aricRdavid here with part 2 of how to purchase a home. If you have not watched part 1, I suggest that you do. If you did, but it was a minute ago, here is a recap. Find a lender, find a realtor, discuss your current living situation and your time frame for your move, and then figure out your finances, what kind of loan you're going to use, your debt to income if you need to sell a house beforehand. All that stuff is discussed in part 1. So first thing you're going to want to do in this section is make a list of your wants and needs. I usually tell people to make a list of 7 wants and needs that they have in their future home. Some of those things are like, how many bedrooms do you need? How many bathrooms do you need? Area, square footage, all that stuff. Just get a general idea of what it is you're looking for in a home. If you don't like split levels, tell them not to run it with any split levels, just ranches and 2-story, whatever. But that once you get that list done, the realtor will be able to run a search for you in their MLS, which will send properties with that criteria to your email for you to look at. As these properties are being funneled into your email, look through them thoroughly. Look at all the pictures, look at the price, look at the area, use Google Maps to figure out if the commute is too far for you to work, if you just don't like that area, if shopping's too far away, or maybe the price is not where it needs to be or where you want to be for those areas or for that particular house in those areas. At this point, your realtor will also be able to pull the seller's disclosure for each property that you are curious about. This will go over any sort of defects that the house might have, age of roof, age of AC, furnace, water heater, if the property has termite treatment in place, all kinds of stuff. What stays with the property, refrigerator, washer, dryer, all that stuff. It should have a lot of detailed information in there for you to decide if you even want to go check out the property. So just do as much research that you can on these homes before you just start going out and looking at all of them, because people tend to get burnt out once they get past the 10th home that they've looked at. I mean, it all sounds fun for the first couple, but it starts to just kind of all mesh together the further in you go and the longer you take to find something that you want to put an offer in on. So once you find a few homes that you want to tour and check out that you're interested in, you get with your realtor and they can set up the showings for you, figure out a good time and day. That should also be discussed earlier on whenever you're discussing time frames, that what days work best for you, what times work best for you, so you guys can be prepared for those days and times in the event that something pops up. So once your realtor sets up all the home tours and you go to visit the homes, check out the curb appeal if you haven't already driven by the home before your realtor got there with you. Look for any obvious deficiencies in the home. If the siding is rotten, if doors are sticking, if the carpet's bad, if you've noticed that there might have been a leak at one point in time, foundation cracks, what state the roof is in, how clogged the gutters are, all kinds of things. Just anything that looks like a red flag before you put in an offer on a property, and that would deter you from wanting to move forward, will save you time and money in the future whenever you go in to do inspections. At this point, I would like to note that no property is going to be 100% perfect or 100% what you want or need. I tend to live by the 80-10-10 rule, where if a home is 80% what you want and need, 10% you can change, like paint or anything like that, and the other 10% you can do without. Like if you wanted a 3rd car garage but this house doesn't have it and you can't add one, but you can live without it, then that home is probably a good one to try to move forward on. After you've toured a couple properties and you've decided that you want to try to submit an offer on one to see what you can do, have your agent reach out to the other agent, and they can generally get an idea of how competitive this property is going to be, how competitive your offer is going to have to be, and they'll be able to walk you through strategies to make your offer more appealing than other offers. But it's not always a guarantee that you're going to get it in a multiple offer situation. When discussing your offer with your agent, don't have them structure the offer in a way that you are not comfortable with. If they say that you could probably, look a little more appealing if you did an as is or anything like that, if you are not comfortable with writing a contract as is, you're still going to do inspections, but whatever shows up, you can't renegotiate because you signed an as is form. Don't offer that. Don't do anything that you will not stand by after you've had time to think about it and a week has gone by and you're doing inspections and you're regretting it. Always just keep that in mind. Whatever you offer initially can be renegotiated later, but certain things cannot, like if you do an as-is, that gets rid of all your negotiating power in that inspection period. But on the other hand, that can also help you win an offer, especially if it's a property that looks like it's in great shape and it shouldn't have any issues. That is something that some people might opt to do and take it as is and just assume that nothing bad is going to pop up on the inspection report. And if something does pop up on the inspection report, you can generally still cancel, but look through those forms, look at what exactly you're offering and what the stipulations are. Once you've discussed an offer and you want to submit one, sign all the documents as soon as you can. Your realtor will put the package together, and in this fast market, the seller's market, deadlines come quickly, and if you can't get all of your stuff signed and have them submit it over to the seller before their deadline, sometimes you will just miss out. So you've gone over what you're looking for, what areas you're looking in, you've researched the properties, the seller's disclosure, the area, you like the pictures, all of that stuff. It's not too far from work. You're wanting to write an offer, the house meets your criteria, you write the offer, you get it submitted, and now you are waiting for that contract to be accepted. Part 3 is what happens after your contract is accepted and you've won that purchase. Then you have the due diligence period from then on to closing, and that is what part 3 will discuss. I will see you over there. Thank you.